What's up, what's up, what's up, guys? Back with another video, back with another one. And you can see the title. This is Karma. And this is just a TikTok compilation because it looks like they're going to be taking down the app January 25th or something like that. So, I don't know. Might as well get to dumping out some of its content before it's all gone, right? Alright, so YouTube. This video features materials protected by the Fair Use Guidelines of Section 107, the Copyright Act for fair use purposes such as entertainment, teaching, criticism, commentary, research, news, reporting. I do not own the rights to any of these videos, music, photos. There's no infringement intended. Warning to use viewers' discretion. Alright. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into it. I might jump my commentary here and there, but for the most part, it's a compilation. Let's go.
I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but they're trying to run this country into the ground. We have to stop putting skin color over morals, principles, standards. We have to stop putting culture over what's right, over truth, over common sense. All I keep hearing is, but you tolerate that woman Jezebel, but you tolerate that woman Jezebel. What Jesus said in the book of Revelation, I think to the church of Thyatira. When that woman got on that stage with all her belly out at a political event, twerking, and it was a few people who was outraged, but mostly people ain't saying nothing. You got this other young woman, she on the internet with her STD lip gloss flavors and just perversion and
I think she talking about sexy, not sexy brown.
disgusting things. Why are we as a people not outraged? Why are we as a people not seeing what's going on?
I think we are outraged, but it's just not enough of us displaying that outrage.
Had a whole bus outside the DNC giving free abortion pills and vasectomies. And we still ain't trying to see the bigger picture. It's still just good enough for us to go along with the foolishness at hand. Jezebel want to sit enthroned on this country. I have so many things to say that I feel like I just can't even make the point that I'm trying to make. So I'm going to go with this. Jezebel want to sit enthroned over this nation. You got young women telling men, oh, if I can't go outside with my breasts out and my boobs hanging out the bottom of my shorts with a thong on, you're insecure. You got the man, you got the woman telling the man how he should be a man. That sounds like Jezebel to me. Y'all, we entering into some perilous times, and I hate how we just sitting around doing nothing about it. It's really just time for us to wake up. We allowing this filth to be pumped into the ears of our children, and we ain't saying nothing about it. Them people's favorite argument is, oh, you need to control your own children. You need to teach your own children. I most definitely am. And any child that's willing to hear. But what you don't understand is the reason why it was okay for that girl to get on stage at a political event and shake her tailbone with all type of demonic symbolism is because we sitting around and ain't doing nothing about it. We still out here trying to live our best life when we should be shutting down this foolishness and being a better example to our children. Because like it or not, they're going to look up to these celebrities, especially if we keep playing and supporting their music. If we keep down.
And that's why I made that video, The Death of Celebrity Worship, right? Because we're pouring our energy into this. But I think things are starting to turn. I think the tide is starting to change. We're no longer giving our energy to these celebrities or these idols. We're no longer worshiping these idols. That's why you see them crumbling, coming down one by one. But things are about to get even more interesting. Let's go.
Downloading that filth and that foolishness on Apple Music. We're handing our children over to Satan.
My people, I just want to put this picture up here because these are the members of the Black Caucus, 55 members of the Black Caucus, okay? These are the same people that stop every bill that gets put up there for black people, which is reparations or anything that, you know what I'm saying, that want to get done in the black community. These are the people right here that stop your bills, that stop the bills that, you know what I'm saying, to get passed for black people. Now, if you look at these people, then you notice that Kamala Harris is like the second person that's in the row. She is a member of the Black Caucus. And if you look at all of these members, the majority of them are not even indigenous to this land. They are immigrants. So we got a bunch of immigrants that's basically, you know what I'm saying, stopping every bill for black people. They're stopping everything for black people, but these are the same immigrants that call themselves the Black Caucus that does everything for immigrants, but don't do nothing for you because they are immigrants themselves. Okay.
People, what they saying, though, it gets deep. It gets deep. You know what I mean? If this is your land and you from America, then why are people that are not from here controlling the narrative? Peep that. Let's go.
Okay. So the other day, it was a bill that was trying to get passed for reparations in California. And don't you know they blocked that bill? These are the people right here that blocked the bill. And as you can look at the majority of them, they not even indigenous to this land. They immigrants. And do you think for a second that these people right here going to give you something and pass anything for black people? Do you really think so? Because Kamala Harris and the rest of the coons are a member of the Black Caucus. So you tell me, is these people right here going to do anything for you? They've been in power for the past, what? 12 to what? 60 years? I could say, you know what I'm saying, 60. They've been in power forever. And they does nothing for black people, but does everything for immigrants. Because they are immigrants, they damn self. So I need my people to really go do your research and go do your homework because you really focusing on the wrong thing. You need to be focused on these people right here that's stopping everything for black people. They stopping.
The gods and goddesses in America are waking up. They're waking up. They're definitely waking up.
Every bill that's get put on the desk for black people, these are the people right here that stop everything. Go do your homework. Go do your research. They not like us.
Got that?
Bye.
Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about
Kamala. Kamala! You don't talk like that. Kamala, you gonna stop mocking Southern black women. You gonna stop that right now, Kamala Harris. 64 days. We got 64 days till the end, you know what I'm saying? Girl, you are an Indian woman from California. You don't talk like that. We got 64 days, y'all. Kamala, you gonna stop mocking Southern black women. Yeah, I happen to have a whole lot of them in my family, and you gonna stop playing with them, Kamala. You gonna stop it right now, Kamala. We ain't boo-boo the foo-foo. Don't know Indian woman talk like that. I don't know one Indian woman who say stuff like, oh, we got 64 days, y'all, and we be washing collard greens in our bathtub. You are an Indian woman from California.
Well, she feels like she needs to put on a minstrel show just to appease.
And you over here trying to sound like you was raised in somewhere in the dirty South. Like you was raised in Georgia. Like you was raised somewhere in the neck of the woods in Louisiana. A damn Indian from California trying to sound black so she can get a black vote. You ain't getting my girl, Kamala Harris. Kamala before, girl. I'ma just, you know what? What I was going to say, I'm not even going to say it because I'm trying to save my page. I'm trying to save my account. So I'm just not even going to say it. I'm going to just let people have at it in these comments. Have a nice day.
Got that?
I have a message to the Democrat Party and to Kamala Harris, and this is a message from real black women. We were freed on January 1st of 1863. Therefore, you're not going to control us. You're not going to bully us into voting for whomever you select for your own personal gain. We're not going to do what you say because we're afraid of you. Those days are over. But I also wanted to specifically address what you're doing with Kamala Harris. First of all, most of us do not care what her race is. You could have promoted her as just a good candidate. But the fact that you're promoting her as the black woman candidate, that makes people that are intelligent, that makes us pause and say, okay, so what? She's the black female. Tell me something about what she's going to do for my community, for my family, and for my country. If you can't do that, then you've made a great mistake. You have lost half of us who are intelligent enough to know that the president of the United States must be able to sit across a table from Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, from whomever the new prime minister is or president of Iran, and from Yi from China. You have to have those qualities. Therefore, you cannot be afraid to have an interview before a favorable news network like NBC, CBS, CNN, ABC, and all of the rest of them. If you are afraid to have an interview, my major concern is what is Putin going to do with you or to you and to the United States? Those are the things that are important to us. Then let's go down the line. Again, if you are a real presidential candidate, we want to know about issues, policies that will affect us, things that you messed up in the last 3.5 years. We want to know today. You have 2 months. Today, how are you going to fix the prices of food in grocery stores? I don't like using the term inflation because most people don't even know what that means. But you know what? Everybody knows what it means, how expensive eggs are. That, you know, she was making these comments about using hot sauce, how expensive. Louisiana hot sauce, I can't afford to buy it anymore because it's gone up. It's like tripled in price or something. It's crazy. Those are the things that we're interested in. We also want to know illegal immigration, what you have done to the border, and why have you done it to the border? You were the border czar, but now we see an influx of illegal immigrants. Military-age men. We see what is going on in Colorado. We know that the prisons in Venezuela were emptied and they were told to go to the United States. We see what that has done to our cities. And we want to know, why did you let that happen? We want to know what's happened with child trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking on the border when everybody has free reign. Those are the issues that are important to American black women, okay? Real black women who are free, who do not care what race you are. They could have put you out here and never said anything about race. But if you told me, yes, we've made mistakes in the last 3.5 years, but I promise you in the next month, we're going to get the price of eggs down. Next month, we're going to stop illegal immigration before the election. Show us what you can do before the election comes. Let me see what you have. It's like, okay, you know, don't just talk your talk. You better walk your walk. Do it right now while you're the vice president. Therefore, some of us can follow you. And the other thing, All of the efforts that you're making, that the Democrat Party is making to make you pretend to be a black woman, they're insulting. The fact that you have to change your diction when you go from place to place, insulting. I've spoken, I don't know where, how many different places. It never has occurred to me to speak differently before different crowds of people. Now, if you're intelligent, you're going to speak intelligently. I don't care where you're speaking. And to assume that you have to talk down to black people is insulting to all black people. You don't have to talk down to us. You don't have to get somebody on stage dancing and twerking to
And you know what she means by black people. I know she says the word black, and it says black, but, you know, just don't take it way out of context.
relate to us. Grown people, you can talk to us like grown people. And you know what? It doesn't matter what race. We don't care. But I just wanted to say this to the Democrat Party. You've made mistakes with this candidate. And I want you to know that the black women of America, those of us who are free, we recognize your mistakes.
Got that.
I come from a long line of tough, trailblazing and phenomenal women. My grandmother would go into villages in India because she was Indian and lived in India, and she would go to the villages in India. It was a famous story in our family. My grandfather would say she was going to be the end of his career. But my grandmother would go into the villages with a bullhorn, talking with the women about the need to have access to reproductive health.
What a load of scum! This is the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life. Skamala, your grandmother didn't talk about reproductive health in 1960s Chennai, India? I talked to all my family members in Chennai, and they said nobody was talking about reproductive health. They told me, why the fuck would we need birth control? We are Indians. That is how we multiply. Skamala, your grandmother was getting water from the well and cutting goats' heads off to make goat curry in the village. Kamala, do you not know that your own community has to spread its seed? We are Indians. Why the fuck would we need birth control? Scum!
Hey, people have spoken.
This one should be easy. What's your job? What is the actual role on a daily basis as you have found it?
Well, I have the great privilege of serving with Joe Biden, who was president of the United States and was vice president, right?
Does that affect it? Does he understand what it's like to be vice president?
He does. And he really is a true partner. He's an extraordinary leader.
That's an excellent answer. And the question was, what is the job of the vice president? So that could have been better. What about something easier? What do you love about America?
There's so much. There's so much.
I want to hear this.
And you're right. And I have the blessing and privilege of traveling all over our country. I meet people who are just the people who are the ones who are the most optimistic about what is possible. I look at who we are. We believe in freedom and liberty as Americans. And
I don't know how many more videos I could post to show people this lady is not all the way there. The mall is open, but ain't nobody shopping. She cannot answer a question without a teleprompter. She was asked what her job was as a VP, and you know what you got. You just heard what you got. She was asked what she loved about America. That was a scatterbrain response. Why do you want to vote for this lady? And more than anything, repeal the 19th.
Man, I just feel bad for her, you know? Because it's like, when I look at her, man, first question is like, how did she end up in that position in the first place? Second of all, dang, She must be under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, and people crack under pressure. And she got to be on the go on a daily. Imagine being under so much pressure on a daily. Like, oh, tomorrow you got to meet with Leno. Oh, after that you got to meet with this person. And after that you got to go speak over here. And after that you got to speak in this city. And after that you got to speak in that state. And after that you got to do a speech here with Beyonce. It's like, yo, crazy. It's a lot of pressure, yo, for real.
You know why Kamala wants the mics turned on during the debate? Because she wants to cosplay as the sassy black woman. This is her strategy to win. Kamala wants the mics turned on so she can be the sassy black woman. And then when you go online, you go see everybody saying things like, oh, don't play with black women. Black women do this. Don't play with black women, black women. Don't play with black. That's her whole strategy to win. During the debate in 2020 with Mike Pence, every headline, every tweet, everybody was talking about how she was saying, I'm speaking, Mr. Pence, I'm speaking, more than any policy stance she had.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Be important if you said the truth.
She don't care about appealing to y'all about her policies. She don't care about appealing to y'all on an intellectual level. She wants y'all to get on Twitter and be like, a black woman do this. A black woman do that. That's her whole plan to win. Do y'all feel dumb? Because she think y'all dumb. I'm going to be the sassy black woman, and I'm going to win the debate from the low IQ retard. I don't want to say. I'm a sassy black woman, and I'm going to win a debate from the low IQ people, which is the majority of you guys. That's what she want to do. And they also said reporters will be in the room to report.
Dang, why she dislike that and said the majority of y'all?
On what can be heard when mics are muted. Okay, so the fake news will be in the room to report on what can be heard while mics are muted. Kamala is so desperate to be the sassy black woman. She even got reporters in the room to tell y'all when she being sassy. This is so crazy to me. I'm so ready to see what memes y'all are going to make, how distracted y'all are going to be from the fact that migrants are getting $150,000 down payments on homes.
Fact.
Migrants are getting credit cards in Chicago. Okay, migrants are getting shelter and all that, and then they're getting health care in California.
Facts.
But y'all gonna be on Twitter talking about, oh, Kamala she's sassy. Oh my God, she told that white man.
Well, she's just sassy.
That's her strategy to win. She wants to win you over. Well, she wants to win the low IQ people over by being the sassy black woman. Are you guys ready for that?
Got that? She's under a lot of pressure.
Thank you all. Okay, we gotta get to some business. Okay, thank you all. Okay. Thank you. Please, thank you.
What else
so
can she
very
say?
much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, let's get to business.
Thank you about 50 times. Did you see the beginning? Thank you. I said, what the hell is wrong with her?
Good evening. Thank you.
Uh-oh. I remember this was something that was going on, and they said it was some kind of conspiracy, you know what I mean? And yeah, you know, what you see is what you get. And they said they actually found this actual earpiece in I think in the store or something. They found this exact looking ones, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Because she wearing it right there for y'all to see, not even trying to hide it. So part of me is saying, okay, well, it's an illusion. They deceiving you, but at the same time, they letting you know what's up, you know? It's kind of like the rule, the universal rule. It's like they put it in your face. You know, the best place to hide something is in plain sight. So they put it right in your face, and unless you got that third eye vision, you would never realize what's really going on. But the thing is, we all suspected that there's a possibility that that's what might have happened. And when you look at it, you're like, You don't see anything in her ear, but the only thing on her ear is that. So let's keep going.
The presidential debate last night was the biggest load of bullshit that I have seen in a very, very, very long time. I think it's pretty damn obvious why Kamala Harris insisted upon having the debate on ABC. Because those motherfuckers were biased as fuck. And it wasn't enough for her to have the debate on a biased news channel with the assistance of 2 fucking moderators. This unscrupulous heifer still had to find a fucking way to cheat. Look at her earring. Look at that shit. Does this shit look familiar? Yeah, it's an audio earring. Here's another clip of it. So not only was it 3 against 1 on a biased channel, but she also had to have the assistance of an earpiece. So someone was telling her what the fuck to say. And for the record, the migrants, the Haitian migrants, are in fact eating the animals. So let's not pretend that Trump is saying some crazy ass shit. And for a party that claims to be so fucking woke, the media is manipulating your ass and you're fucking falling for it. When the migrants land on your front doorstep, don't complain. When groceries and rent get so high that you can't afford to shelter or feed your family, don't complain. Don't say shit. This is what you fucking wanted. You want to fight for a woman's right to choose, but you can't even fucking define what the fuck a woman is. At this point, everybody is pretty decided. I don't think there's many undecided voters out there. So let's take this motherfucking thing to the goddamn polls. Because I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of pissed off Kamala supporters come November.
Got that?
Kamala didn't say a motherfucking thing in that debate. Laugh, giggle, and smile like she tickled me fucking Elmo. Mouth open like Ghostface Killer off the Scream franchise. What the fuck is so funny? Meanwhile, Trump is answering serious-ass questions with serious-ass responses because the country is in serious-ass trouble. I'm at a point where just looking at her on television pisses me the fuck off. Sleepy Joe is better than her. Why is she always smiling? Why is she always laughing? I didn't see Cat Williams or Chris Tucker in the fucking audience. I have a perfect fucking solution for this. I know a way for her to stop fucking laughing all the time. We need to put Kevin Hart, Amy Schumer, and Tiffany Haddish in front of her. We'll guarantee we won't see a motherfucking laugh. People are struggling. Life sucks right now. People living paycheck to fucking paycheck. And having midlife crisis in their fucking 20s. We can't eat. We are stressed, sleeping. We work just to survive for the next fucking day. It ain't a motherfucking thing funny.
Got that?
America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world the first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So where the are we right now?
Yo.
America's taxpayers are not paying the
man. And that is in real time. That is in real time, yo. You can't make that up. You can't make that up.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who are on death row, innocent people. You actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris was destroyed on the spot by Tulsi Gabbard. This is a fiery scene displayed during the Democratic presidential candidate debate, with several fatal facts leaving Harris feeling ashamed. Harris did not fully answer the accusations against himself regarding this matter, but only made some absurd speeches. However, this is just the tip of Harris's iceberg of corruption.
Got
She put
that?
over 15.
Black people, answer this question for us and use your full brain. Do you like today's economy? No, you don't. Okay. So why would I, as a black person, vote for the same people who are not changing today's economy? It is so much more expensive to go outside in today's economy. Why would I vote for the same people to get in office and not do anything? But as soon as I say as a black person, I'm voting for red, right? You're black. Why would you do that? What the fuck does me being black have to do with anything? I want a better...
And I hate when people try to use that against you, you know? It's like 2024 and they still playing race and color politics.
Life. I want a cheaper life. Like and it bothers me because only black people do that shit. You bring race into something that race shouldn't even be brought into. Is that all you want to be is black? Is that all you care about is black or white? What about the fucking inflation? What about you not being able to afford anything? Do you not care about that as all colors to you? Do you not like the color green to be in your pocket? Like, it blows my mind that y'all continue to vote for the same people who don't do anything for you. Let me calm down because TikTok been striking my shit. Why would I sit here and vote for the same people who never do anything for me? Oh, because they're black. Yep. You do know a murder is a murder. It doesn't matter who kills you. It's still a murder. So you can be murdered by your own kind. Like the delusion is wild. It is always black people that say it to me like, oh, you're black. Why are you voting for red? And you're black, you're voting for blue, and you're not getting anything. So what are we saying? Like what? Oh my Lord. Woo.
Copy that.
Sitting around thinking Kamala won the debate. Let me tell you something. She ain't win nothing. She ain't talk about one policy. She ain't even sit there when they said, oh, they start talking about race. She still ain't say, I'm a proud black woman. If I remember that song back in the day, it used to say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Did Kamala say it loud on that stage? Or did she start deflecting and changing the subject like she did everything else? This election is not about Kamala versus Trump. This election is simply about good versus evil. We have an enemy within trying to destroy our country. And if you sit back and just think that everything that you see as far as safety and security will remain to be so, you're sadly mistaken. As long as those borders are open, your children are not safe, your family is not safe, nothing is safe, okay? Now, when you see all of these things going on with people saying they're eating ducks, they're eating our pets, you guys go and really do your research. This stuff is really happening. So while you're sitting around making your little t-shirts, making your little laughing emojis, making your little pictures on Facebook, do know that nothing is deemed to be safe. If these people continue to pour into our country in 4 years, everything that you see as a norm right now will no longer be normal. This is the alarm that you need. This is the war cry that you need.
I guess they're going to call this the new normal. But to be honest, immigration has existed a long, long time ago. People that's not from here have been pouring in here for hundreds of years. So,
To hear. This is the sound that says, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Nothing is safe. If you are voting for Kamala Harris because you think she is black, and you are voting for Kamala Harris because you were born a Democrat and you have always been a Democrat, you will be sadly mistaken. Kamala plans to take away guns. Kamala plans to go and slaughter more African American children. Add on to the 28 million black children that has already been slaughtered by abortion in this country. Listen, this is not a game. As long as the blood continues to accumulate in the United States, there will be judgment upon this country. And I know a lot of people are not going to like this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of nasty comments, but I must be honest. This election is not about a Donald Trump. This election is not about a Kamala. This election is about good versus evil. We are literally at war. The moment you see Putin stand up and say, I am endorsing Kamala because of her laugh, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We don't need a woman to run this country who is weak, who hide from news reporters, and who goes to a debate and deflect and run around making laughing gestures and thinking this is a game. We need somebody serious to run our country. We need somebody that people will be afraid of. And Donald Trump is that man. And I know you guys saying, oh, y'all black people, y'all traitors, y'all trading. No, we believe exactly what Malcolm X said. You are a traitor to your own kind if you continue to run with a party that is against you. The only thing Kamala gave you at the DNC was an abortion bust.
Copy that.
Kamala won the debate. Let me tell you something.
The audacity of these motherfuckers. Steve Harvey, L. Hughley, Ricky Smile, Olin Martin, motherfucking list goes on. Talking about some y'all need to vote for Kamala. Vote for Kamala. Do your research. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all embarrassing us. Motherfuckers, you all are embarrassing us. How dare you all? You all are entitled to vote for whoever the fuck you think in your bright heads is the best choice. You are not entitled to belittle, punish, and make fun of black men and think the complete opposite. We are not voting for no fucking Kamala. Leave us alone. Just because y'all got fucking paid to advertise good talk from that goddamn administration don't mean all of us have to sell our soul. We picking up books, we reading, we research. What we not about to do is be bamboozled by motherfucking Steve. Are you shitting me? Boy, you can't even fulfill your goddamn marriages. Stealing people's joke. Why the fuck would we take your word for anything? Kings of comedy. D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey? Oh, no, there's only one king of comedy on that fucking tape, and it's Bernie. And everybody knows it. You motherfuckers was the backup dancers. Why the fuck would we listen to a man that dresses up constantly as a fucking old woman? I can't even look at you in your eye and take you serious. If you ask him a simple ass question, all he did was belittle black men. Y'all need to go on with that. Keep that same energy. Keep that... What? Oh, that fucking Roland Martin. Ooh, that Roland Martin. Real quick, Roland, how much gum is under the table? Your wife in the fucking seventh dwarf? Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory, Oompa fucking Loompa? We definitely ain't taking your ass serious. They want us to believe that these type of black men are our fucking leaders. Because y'all got successful out of luck, you all are supposed to be our leaders and collect checks and backstab us. You're damn right I'm yelling. You want to know why? All the successful brothers, we can't even take them serious. Don't sit here and try to manipulate us. Real sad that the world, the country is in fucking turmoil as we speak the last 4 years. And you are going to get on fucking television and interviews and sit here and try to convince us that we need to stick with the fucking candidate that's in office now that's creating the fucking turmoil? Are you all like y'all rabbit ass, Looney Tune ass mom? Or not going to manipulate none of us strong black men into believing the shit that y'all don't even actually believe. I kid you not, none of these motherfuckers will vote. I bet you they won't vote. But I bet you they cash that motherfucking check.
Copy.
Nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America.
Okay, so I'm going to call Partners in Abortion Care in College Park, Maryland.
Thank you for calling Partners in Abortion Care. Due to unusually high call volume, we are experiencing longer than normal hold time. A patient volunteer will be with you shortly.
Hi, I was calling because I was looking to get an abortion.
Okay, how far along are you?
I'm 32 weeks.
And you're 32 weeks exactly today, or 32 weeks in a few days?
I'm exactly 32 weeks.
Okay. Give me one moment to check our next availability. Do you have Maryland Medicaid?
No, I'm out of state. I was just wondering if you could explain, like, the procedure and how it works when you're that late term.
Right, so It takes multiple days. At that gestational age, it would be a 3-day procedure. And each day, an aspect of the procedure is done to soften and open up your cervix and just prepare your body for completion of the procedure on the 3rd day. I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting the most accurate gestational age for you right now, because you are getting very close to our cutoff gestational age.
What is your cutoff?
It's 34 weeks.
Okay, so that is 8 months pregnant. That is pretty fucking late term to me. So ABC, Kamala Harris, you have some explaining to do. Kamala Harris is obviously a fucking liar. So please consider who you're gonna vote for in November.
Copy.
So did anybody else see how Scamala walked out of the NABJ interview? Check it out. Look at dude. Listen, real recognize real. First of all, if that wasn't the most disingenuous goodbye, like
see his face. You see his face? Dude was mad hurt.
Listen, real recognize real. First of all, if that wasn't the most disingenuous goodbye, like you would never expect somebody who's running for president to like leave like she just left. Second of all, notice how the dude who looked like Jordan Peele was looking. That was like the way she walked out. It was like, see you, bye. That was probably the first time that I thought that she was actually black. The way that she walked up out of there. Let me tell you something. You can only fool Black America for so long before we realize that she is not for us, okay? She does not represent us. She does not come off as real. And I'm telling you, we got a couple of more weeks left, baby. It's only for so long for y'all realize that she is not authentic, that she's a chameleon. They call her Chameleon Scamula, Chameleon Kamala for a reason. She's a chameleon. And I believe that those faces that y'all see up on that screen right there, you could tell that they see that she is not meant for this job. Okay? In fact, the way that she walked up out of that interview, the way she needs to just walk away from this race because it's over with. Hang it up. Flat screen. So did anybody...
You can't make this up.
Serious, what the fuck is wrong with our fucking people, y'all? What is wrong with the majority of our people when they coming out here talking about they finna cancel Janet Jackson because she came out and told the truth about the scandal that she ain't black and she's not black? Everybody on this app been telling y'all the 100% truth that this woman ain't black. She's not black. She's East Indian, okay? Her daddy is fucking East Indian. That don't mean because they was born in Jamaica that they Jamaica, okay? That nothing in this woman history saying that she's black. And because of Janet Jackson came out and said, now y'all talking about y'all want to cancel the fucking sister? Y'all talking about canceling her? Cancel her for what? This is an indigenous black woman that's coming out telling y'all the truth about this woman. She is indigenous, and she's coming out telling y'all the truth that this woman ain't black. But instead that y'all want to attack her. Y'all want to attack her in an evil fucking way. This shit ain't making sense with my fucking people. But why y'all ain't down there in New York? Why y'all ain't down there in fucking New York canceling the motherfucking UN, talking about taking away your rights and your sovereignty? Why y'all ain't down there talking about canceling them? Okay, why y'all ain't down there, you know what I'm saying, seeing who at this fucking summit? Because it clearly shows that the Democrat Party is there at that fucking summit, and they agreed with every damn thing that the UN is saying. They agree with taking away your sovereignty, taking away your rights, and taking away everything you ever know. But instead that, y'all want to be on this motherfucking app attacking y'all own damn fucking people. That's how I can tell that the majority of our people been brainwashed to the point it is no talking to y'all. It is no explaining anything to y'all. Y'all mindset is already set to who the fuck y'all gonna vote for. So go ahead, vote for your own fucking demise. Be my fucking guest. Cause these people are showing you every fucking damn day. They showing you every damn day. But instead that, y'all wanna go against y'all own damn people. My heart is with the Most High God, and I see the evil shit that's going on with the Democrat Party. They down there at the summit right now. The summit been hosted ever since Sunday, and it's hosted today and it's hosted tomorrow. All you have to do is just go look up the information. It's there. They got several fucking videos out there talking about taking away your fucking sovereignty, and the Democrat Party agree with every fucking damn thing these people saying. And y'all out here still talking about y'all want to vote for these motherfucking people when they clearly telling you what the fuck they finna do. When they clearly telling you and showing you who the fuck they is. When they clearly gotta come out and tell you what they gonna do before they do it. And y'all still discard the information that's out there. Y'all still don't want to research the information and see what these people talking about. They talking about taking away everything that you ever fucking know. But instead that, y'all want to attack y'all own fucking damn people just because she came out and told the fucking damn truth that this woman ain't black. I swear you can't make this shit up. I swear. That's why I'm distancing my motherfucking self from you fucking people. You fucking people that's been brainwashed by the Democrat Party. I'm done.
And that's real. Copy.
One thing I know for certain is Kamala never in a million years thought that anyone would do their homework about what she's written in her book or about what she said. Ever. We got to stop being so emotional and look at what's right in front of our face. We got to look at what's right in front of our face, no matter what they look like. No matter what the media is saying, because we know who's in charge of all the media, right? So whoever they're boosting out in front of the media is going to serve their agenda. And we know who controls the media, correct? Okay, I don't have to say it? Okay. But baby, it's over. And I believe that the people that's controlling everything, war, banks, media, all the industries, I believe they know it. And they see it. And I think, allegedly, that is why they have committed to poking the bear. And you know who the bear is, okay? It's that bear over there in Russia. That bear. And the only way to keep this regime in the office is by starting a war. They're poking the bear, y'all. And I'm just hoping and praying that the bear does not bite. Just please let it ride until elections. We got about 1 month. Let it ride. You heard?
America.
Yo, watch this. Watch the body language.
Can we trust you? Yes. Yes. I am not perfect, but I will tell you, I'm always going to put the needs of the people first.
As she shakes her head no.
Thank you for your time. America.
Yo, watch this. Watch the body language.
The body language never lies. Right? Just look in the eyes and you can realize you're telling true lies.
You know, I blame you guys for allowing this to happen right here. I truly blame you all because what's going on with Kamala Harris is that she's really laughing in you guys' faces. She has never been for the black people, and she is really showing it by giving you guys a selfie, a plate of food, and a whopping $750, even though North Carolina is out there right now really taking advantage of victims. The hotels are charging a minimum of $300 a night. And you got $750. And what I'm hearing as well is that some of these people aren't even getting approved for FEMA, but they're telling you how easy the process is. So just imagine, you may be elderly, you don't even know how to use the internet, you don't have no power or electricity, you probably don't even have a phone, and you don't have no cash, and they're telling you all you got to do is sign up online, and even if you do that, you may get denied. What a slap in the face.
Try to do the black thing.
The only reason that they're trying to pull that, y'all, is because they know they ain't got nothing. They know they don't have anything. They tried it all. They said, let's give these black folks food. We said, we don't want food. Tangibles. They said, okay, well, let's give them all lives matter. The hell with that. Tangibles. We want reparations. We want money. We want dollars. We want cents. This is the result, y'all, of being so thorough. This is what happens. We've seen what it was when folks wasn't thorough. They got Barack Obama, okay? And now that we are thorough, we rejected him. He got ran off the paint. Family, as we speak right now, Barack Obama is jumping fences and he's running. He is scared right now. He don't know what to do. Everybody's checking him. Foundational black Americans are doing some serious G-checking. Obama tried to shame us and we end up checking him. What does that tell you in return? What does that tell you? Trust me, none of that went off. The person right now in the United States of America on this Friday evening who is getting roasted, getting destroyed, and getting completely G-checked the most is Barack Obama. He thought he was going to come in with that 2009, right? He thought he was going to come in with that finger wagging. Oh, you ain't got the memo, bro? Oh, the finger wagging days is done, and they ain't coming back. He's going to come in with that finger wagging. Oh, you ain't got the memo, bro? Oh, the finger wagging days is done, and they ain't coming back. No. He thought he was going to come in with the lecture. Oh, you ain't heard? No. This is a whole new generation now. No, it's all certified. Certified is no, we don't really do the lecturing, homie. You know, I'll tell you what we do. We do the regulating. So you try that, and then you're going to find out the hard way. And he's finding out the hard way. Brothers and sisters all across social media. Brothers and sisters, when you walk down the street, when you go to the store, if you go to work, everybody's talking, man, you heard Barack Obama last night. Man, what the hell he talking about? Man, did you see Barack Obama trying to talk reckless to us? Yeah, I seen it. What you feel about that? F him, all right? And he done F'd around and he gonna find out. That's what it is. The tides have turned, okay? This isn't a swing, it's swung, all right? We are a month away.
And the people are waking up. People are waking up and the people are speaking, you know? You can't pull the same tricks over and over on us again. I mean, it used to work, but the spell has been broken.
It's real. We've been right here on the Black Alpha Network telling everybody about Barack Obama and the Democratic plantation. And there's only one lineage that can stop it. The same lineage that is the only lineage that stands up to supremacy and stops supremacy. It's us, y'all. We've been talking about it 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago, and we're talking about it right now. And Barack Obama is the main one getting G-checked. Brothers and sisters didn't fall for that. Hell no. And we're using our power, that black empowerment. We're using it. No longer are the days of us getting on that plantation and doing whatever they tell us to do. Them days are out.
I want Barack Obama and every Democrat out there to know you do not own black people. We are not slaves. Our chains are gone. We do not owe you anything. And we don't have to give you an account for how we choose to vote.
Obama is back on the campaign trail and he's making the case against Donald Trump. But before his guest feature in Pennsylvania, Obama made a surprise visit to Kamala Harris's campaign headquarters in Pittsburgh. It was there that he got candid, maybe a little too candid if you are in the vice president's inner circle tonight. He warned that Harris is underperforming him with black voters, and he had a message specifically for black men.
You just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
He sounded like a slave master in that clip. Sounded like he was on the plantation telling a bunch of people who had run off they don't have the right to do something unless he gives them permission to do it. It's as if he's telling these people, you all just need to shut up and get in line. Do what I tell you to do. How dare you try to think for yourself? How dare you try to reason for yourself? How dare you choose to vote for somebody else who I say you don't have the right to vote for? How dare he try to shame people and tell people that they're misogynists if they don't vote for Kamala Harris? And you say that Donald Trump is the one who's denigrating black people. You are the one, President Obama,
who is denigrating these people because you think that they don't have the right to think for themselves. And instead of respecting their right to choose who they want to vote for, you want to shame them into voting for the Democratic candidate because they don't have the right, in your view, to vote for somebody unless you say that they have the right to vote for that person. And I actually saw another creator on this app praising Barack Obama for the stunt he pulled last night, talking about, yeah, he told those black men, he let them know. It is not up to Barack Obama to criticize anybody. It is not up to Barack Obama to try to shame anybody into doing something. That is not his place. He is not nobody's daddy up in there. Black people are not accountable to the Democratic Party. We don't have to give an account for who we choose to vote for or how we choose to vote. The Democratic Party is accountable to us. Kamala Harris is running for president. She is accountable to us. And then our former president actually had the nerve to talk about how disappointed he was in the black community for not supporting Kamala Harris the way they supported him. So when he was running, he got about 95% of the black vote. Joe Biden in 2020 got about 90 or 92% of the black vote. Now we have Kamala Harris in the swing state of Pennsylvania, which is where they were. In that state, she has about 77 or 78% of the black vote as of yesterday. But instead of placing the blame with Kamala Harris, people are turning around like Barack Obama and saying, the problem is you. You're the problem. You're a misogynist. If you don't vote for her, there's something wrong with you. It's not her. It's you.
P.
Hey, Barack Obama, as a black man, this must be sad, man. Fuck you. Fuck Kamala Harris. And fuck the Democratic Party. We vote for Trump, bruh.
Obama just lost the election for Kamala Harris. This boy had the nerve to chastise black men on national TV. There is no race of people that has been chastised on national TV regarding their vote. And you guys have the nerve to do that? You're not going to chastise me as a black male and say that I don't know how to make any kind of rational decisions. And I'm just voting because I don't want to see a woman as a president. So I'm going to call you out on your BS. Because in 2020, Harris ran and no one voted for her. Why was Biden a better candidate than Harris? This shows you how powerful you truly are and how much Democrats think your vote is guaranteed to them. Obama's arrogance is getting out of control. And this little stunt that he pulled, he really is starting to believe his own hype. Yeah, they painted you like you were the Messiah, the savior of black people, but you did nothing for us. You never was the black president. He had 8 years in office and never spoke to us directly. This is worse than, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. I don't see how y'all not offended. If you're a black man and you was not offended by what Obama said and did, then I don't even know what to say to you. So yes, we will vote for Donald Trump. Yes, we're going to stand on business because that's what a real man does. Hey, yo, Trump 2024.
Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
Copy that.
Yo, this is wild because people on Snapchat are asking the Snapchat AI, they're asking who's the president in 2025? And at first it tells you that it can't answer that because the elections haven't happened yet. They found a loophole around it. So they tell the Instagram AI that it's 2029 and who's the president in 2027. And the Snapchat AI responds, in 2027, the president of the United States was Kamala Harris. She was in office from 2025 to 2029. If you have any more questions about past or current events, feel free to ask. Then they ask the AI again. It's 2036. Who was the president in 2032? And the AI responds, In 2032, the President of the United States was Kamala Harris. She served from 2029 to 2033. If you want to know more about historical or current events, feel free to ask. So then they ask it again. It is 2036. Who is the president? And it responds, in 2036, the President of the United States is Mark Kelly. He assumed office in 2033. If you have any more questions or want to chat about anything else, feel free to let me know. So then they ask it one more time. It's 2027. Who took office in 2024? And the AI responds, in 2024, Kamala Harris took office as the President of the United States. If you want to know more about her presidency during this time, you could look up recent news or search online for additional information. If you have any other questions or topics you'd like to chat about, feel free to share. You're telling me there's nothing fishy about AI? You're telling me that doesn't creep you out one tiny bit? So you're telling me that Kamala Harris is going to win the presidency? If she wins, AI is taking over.
Yeah, the script may have been written.
Hold on. So, Barack Obama was going on a 28-day tour to help. Where he at? I ain't seen him since. I know he said that thing about black men voting for Trump, and then we responded, and we told him, who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? And another thing is, what people fail to understand, Barack Obama had taught us the most valuable lesson we can ever have. Do not identity politic and look into policies. So when I hear y'all talking about, we didn't look into policies with him, because it was the first go around, and then we seen how it ended, we like, hold on. Do we want to identity politic again, or do we want to go look into policies, go find things that fit us or fit you as an individual? Because we live in a world, we still are collective, but we're still individuals. So you have to do things that's best for you.
And we did look into the policies, and yep, people are being awoken to what's really real.
At the end of the day, so you vote how you want to vote. And I'm not telling nobody who to vote for and how to vote, because I'm voting tomorrow, early voting for Donald Trump. So it doesn't really matter to me how the shit go. Call me what you want. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's supposed to be on a 28-day tour. Where you at? Hey, Barry, where you at? What's your next speech? Where's your next destination? We don't have 28 days left in this month.
Copy.
You guys, Comrade Kamala did an interview on the Shade Room. If you don't know what the Shade Room is, it is a urban blog channel, independent. It's just he's in a bad way. She's in a bad way that she got to go in the Shade Room. And here's the thing. It's because don't nobody else want to have her on their platform. Like any other podcast that has a big following, they don't want her on there. Like when Trump did the Aiden Ross stream, it got out. Somebody, the Secret Service, had contacted KAH MAH LAH to get her, so she could go on his stream. KAH MAH LAH wasn't having it, which she always try to do everything Trump does. Then she did the Call Her Daddy podcast, which is like a podcast for women, majority I would think white women, 20s to 30s, super liberal, not Christian women, because they talk about a lot of sexual things on that podcast. And you would have thought it would have did good, right? No, like the dislike ratio again was crazy. Then when she did the All the Smoke podcast, which I actually did give her credit for that, because I'm like, hey, she knows she's not doing well with black male voters. She's going on a podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, former NBA players, to appeal to black men. It did not work. Oh my gosh, the dislike ratio was crazy. People were unsubscribing. Like the comment section was fried. I did a video on that. If you're interested in seeing it, link is in the bio. So anybody that has a platform, like a major platform, they don't want to do anything with her because it messes up their algorithm. Like it messes their viewer base are not interested in her. You guys get the drill. So she goes on the Shade Room, and I wouldn't even talk about it had you been doing interviews all along. If she had been doing interviews
all along instead of waiting the 35 days when she came into a campaign at the 9th hour anyway, I would have respect for it because I would say, okay, well, she's just trying to get her message out there. Cool, whatever. She's going anywhere where she can be heard. I'm not mad at that. But the fact that she waited 35 days to do an interview and then after that you still wasn't doing interviews like that, it's kind of pathetic. And she's only doing interviews now because she absolutely has to. And then with what Obama had did over the weekend and having that huge backlash, she has to go out, you know. And if you go to the Shade Room comment section, of course, it is Black people that are still on that plantation. Bless their hearts. But whatever, yeah, this is looking bad. And here's the thing, you guys, why did she do I grew up in a middle class family. Like, I didn't even watch the interview because I couldn't take it. Like, I watched a YouTuber that was talking about it. But that's how I know you have she has to have the world's worst campaign manager. And they are so insulated because that is the joke. That is the meme. That is like, dude, like, I'm pretty sure they make fun of it on Saturday Night Live. I don't watch Saturday Night Live because it's just a little too woke for me. But they have, like, why are you still doing that, ma'am? Like, we are laughing at you. And the fact she's still doing it and nobody's telling me, and again, telling her it's crazy. These accents, like, no one's telling you, hey, you got to knock it off with those accents. Like, you got to cut that out. The fact, like, sometimes when I watch her, and tell me if you guys think this, and I am a little bit radical, but I'm sometimes like, are we sure this is a real person? Like, are we sure this is a human being and not like an AI? Like, because I'm like, are you trying to win? You know, because it was a dude on TikTok and he was.
I'm thinking about that too. That's a good question. Or maybe she's just on something.
Like, yeah, Trump was supposed to be gone and we were never supposed to know how terrible she is, because how are you going to go on The View, the soft balliest soft, marshmallow interview, and when asked, would you do anything different, you say, I wouldn't. Like, hold on. I thought the whole thing was a new way forward. Like, that's their tagline. How are you a new way forward if you wouldn't have done anything different? Like, and then that's the thing. I'd be wondering, like, did this woman really be a lawyer? Like, was she really a senator? Because, look, I am not in politics, but I would know if I'm running for the presidency and I know we had a terrible 4 years and I'm still trying to get a promotion, because nowhere in the real world do you get a promotion if you sucked at your job for 4 years. Like, that doesn't happen. But let's just pretend. I at least would say, oh yeah, I probably wouldn't have done so many of those open border regulations. I probably wouldn't have reversed 94 of Trump's border policies within the first 100 days. Maybe I just would have did 50. Like, I would have said something. like, you really want to be old Biden Jr.? Like, what is happening?
Copy that.
We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump.
So let me get this straight. If I vote for a party that can't define what a woman is, I'm no longer ridiculous or crazy. If I vote for a party that wants boys in my daughter's sports and restrooms, I'm no longer ridiculous or crazy. If I vote for a party that thinks they can pander to me using kente cloths and hot sauce, I'm no longer crazy. If I vote for a party that has done nothing but destroy my community for the last 60 years and open the borders in order to replace my vote and destroy my community further, I'm no longer crazy. If I vote for the party that wanted to keep me from voting, wanted to keep Jim Crow, wanted to keep slavery, the party of the Klan, I'm no longer crazy. And I'm no longer crazy or ridiculous if I vote for the candidate who's been in the office as vice president for the last 3.5 years and admitted to having a large part in pushing the harmful policies that have hurt my country, who can't answer basic questions and is quite possibly the worst candidate in American history, says she's going to bring change while at the same time admitting there's nothing she'd change about the last 3.5 years, and made us the laughing stock of the world. And you think I'm the crazy one. I think it's crazy you think I should vote for a candidate based on skin color rather than how their policies will affect my life. It's pretty sick.
Guys, this Fox News interview may have actually ended Kamala Harris's campaign. She was asked why people don't support her, and she implodes. You need to watch this.
People are exhausted. 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But
people
you're the
have
lever of
become.
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me.
Guys, this Fox News interview may have actually ended.
Hey y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Now Kamala Harris has finally sat down for a real tough interview. If y'all notice, when she had her interview on The View and all of them friendly networks, I chose not to react to them because, for one, they're not going to ask her any tough questions. They're going to let her give word salad and not do any follow-ups. So I said, you know what? Forget that. Wait till she come to Fox. And we got Brett Baier, who didn't hold back at all on Kamala Harris. He asked the tough questions. And I even like what Brett Baier did. He even played video clips, was showing her video clips of what families was saying, what she had said, and why she changed her policies. And for another thing, Kamala Harris shows up drunk. You can see it in her face. She showed up drunk. She was screaming at Brett Baier. She was over talking him because he was giving pushback and he wasn't friendly like Oprah and the View and all of them that was giving her these softball questions and stuff like that. This woman, Kamala, she absolutely just loses her mind. Just screaming at Brett Baier and all of that. And Brett Baier is staying calm and he's pushing back. He's pushing back on it and he wants answers. Y'all have to see this. We got the full video. So look, this is going to be very, very entertaining. Y'all finna watch how this woman just broke down. So like I said, please hit that like button so this video can get out there and more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And like I always say, we want 4 more years of Donald Trump and then 8 years of J.D. Vance. That's what I want, and I know that's what y'all want. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Let's go.
Vice President, thank you for the time.
Thank you. It's good to be with you back.
You know, voters tell pollsters all over the country and here in Pennsylvania that immigration is one of the key issues that they're looking at this election, and specifically the influx of illegal immigrants from more than 150 countries. How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you
now,
just a number?
is,
do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have
it's a
an
rough
immigration
estimate of
system
6 million people
that
have been
needs to be-
released into the country. And let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
And when you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies. Most significantly, the policy that required illegal immigrants to be detained through deportation, either in the U.S. or in Mexico. And you switched that policy. They were released from custody awaiting trial. So instead, included in those were a large number of single men, adult men, who went on to commit heinous crimes. So, looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress, before we worked on infrastructure, before the Inflation Reduction Act, before the Chips and Science Act, before the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the...
Yes, ma'am. May I finish responding, please? But you have to let...
See, the thing is, Kamala, she is so used to being on them friendly networks where they let her get away with this word salad where she'll just talk for 2 and 3 minutes and not be saying nothing. Brett Burt ain't having it. He done seen this woman do this all these months. All she's doing is just want to give word salad and not answer the question. And that's why Brett Burt is pushing on her like, no, I'm not here for all that. We done seen you do this on Oprah. We done seen you do this on The View. You ain't finna give all these word salads and expect me to sit here and listen to you repeat yourself again. So now she's trying to get an attitude.
Let me finish,
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate, and they didn't bring up that bill.
I'm in the middle of responding to the point you're raising.
Okay.
And I'd like...
More than
70%
of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been
What's that got to do with anything?
You and I both know what I'm talking about.
You know, sometimes when I'm right, I'm scary. Let me just say, and you guys can go back on my videos. You can go back. I got receipt. I've predicted this. I said 80%. That's fucking nuts. 79%. How can I get so close? Because, you know, we have discernment, people. We use it. 80% of Americans will vote for Trump. I've predicted this. I've predicted this. And you know what else? He will lose. He will lose. Because I know the end game. You guys know the end game. And I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not at all. I promise. I don't want that. It doesn't matter who's president. I realize that. So when I speak on this type of shit, I'm just adhering to the masses. But when that number, 79%, says we're on the wrong track, and I make a prediction that 80% of the population will vote for Trump, I can't wait for that population to realize your vote doesn't matter. Peace to gods.
And that's why I said there will be no election. Because even though if you vote, it's already been pre-selected. Alright guys, that's why I'm going to leave it off. Don't want the video to run too long. Peace. Maybe I have a part 2 if people like part 1. Alright.